The chorus of the song discusses some of the differences between plant cells and animal cells. So the first three lines say this: plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. So this is kind of the fundamental difference between plant cells and animal cells. So plants have cellular walls, very structured cellular walls. They kind of look like rectangles or squares, but we don't need them at all. We being humans or animals. We don't need those structured cellular walls. Actually, that wouldn't work well for us. Our cells have a very strong but flexible cellular membrane so that we can be movable and bendable, whereas opposed to compared to like a tree or something. A tree is very structured. They have very structured cell walls, so they're a very structured living thing, whereas we have very flexible cell membranes, so we can move, and our cells can move through our body very quickly and fit into tight spaces. So here's how we're going to demonstrate these first three lines. So plants have cellular walls. We're just going to pretend like we're a tree. So plants have cellular walls, all right? And then, but we are not a tree, so we're human. So plants have cellular walls, then we break out of these cellular walls because we're not a plant, we're not a tree. So plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. So kind of wag your finger at the camera there. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. All right, so plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. So we can be flexible, but the membranes are very strong, just like cellular walls are. All right, so the next part, they pack their vacuoles in. So now we're talking about plant cells again. So they, meaning plant cells, pack their vacuoles in with chloroplast. They begin collecting sunlight, afraid of the dark again. All right, so what this means is that plant cells, they get their energy from sugar. And this chlorophyll that's found in the chloroplast, so chlorophyll is like a green substance that when it collects sunlight, it transfers that sunlight into sugar, which is energy for the cell. The problem is, when it gets dark, the plants can't get any sunlight, and they can't transfer any of that. The chlorophyll can't transfer any of that into sugar. So plant cells, the structured plant cells, also have these things called vacuoles, so they can, during the day, they transfer a bunch of the sunlight into sugar, which is energy for the cell, and then they package it in vacuoles to be used at other times. So they have sort of a food and energy reserve, because plants are very afraid of the dark because they get their energy, they get their food from the sunlight. All right, so here's how we're going to demonstrate this part of the song. All right, they pack their vacuoles in. So plant cells pack their vacuoles in. So we can just have, like these little, we're just packing up a package here, got some energy, got some sugar and some food for the plant, for the cell. So they pack their vacuoles in. With chloroplast, they begin. Now chlorophyll is in chloroplast. So chloroplast, they begin. So we got this green liquid chlorophyll. So chloroplast, they begin collecting sunlight. So this chlorophyll collects the sunlight and transfers it into energy. Afraid of the dark again, because cells are extremely afraid of the dark. So when it gets dark, this chlorophyll and the chloroplasts, they've already done their job, and they've packaged, or they've sent it to the vacuoles to get packaged for later use. But they're afraid of the dark again because they don't have anything to do, because all they do is transfer or change sunlight into food and energy. Okay, let's go through the whole thing slowly. So plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. They pack their vacuoles in. With chloroplast, they begin collecting sunlight, afraid of the dark again. All right, good. Let's try it with the music. See it. Hook was wowed by a cork when he put it under a microscope. Plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. They pack their vacuoles in. With chloroplasts they begin collecting sunlight, afraid of the dark again. Now I gain control. Good, let's try it one more time. Hook was wowed by a cork when he put it under a microscope. Plants have cellular walls, but we don't need them at all. Our little membranes are flexible and strong. They pack their vacuoles in. With chloroplasts they begin collecting sunlight, afraid of the dark again. Now I gain control. Great, so that is the chorus.